What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with evolutiontraders.com, and I'm going to show you my 5-minute options scalping strategy that honestly, for the first hour to hour and a half, I'm predominantly using maybe 90% of the trades that I take off the open when I'm trading options. Now, if you guys want to get a little bit more information, maybe you guys want to trade with the rest of the community or access to the entire strategy, kind of giving you guys a little bit more in depth. I know some of you guys have been commenting about different indicators and which SMAs I'm using and how do I know where to take the stop loss or adjust the stop loss. All of that is included in my Discord. All that's included in Evolution Traders, where I'm actually teaching and working with traders one-on-one each and every single day. It's there where I can have more focus, where we can trade live and we can look at price action live. But this 5-minute scalping strategy, for the most of you guys should be able to pick it up by simply watching this video and understanding. So on this trade, I traded Tesla, and one thing that I was looking for in the overall markets was just a little bit of a continuation back down to the downside today off the aggressive selling that we had yesterday on Tesla. So for example, as we opened up here on the 5-minute time frame, you can see this little red arrow that we have here. This red arrow, all it's doing is just indicating to me that, hey, this candle has closed below the 20 SMA. How do I set that up? So again, I'm using Thinkorswim. This is a Thinkorswim platform. Why do I use Thinkorswim platform? Because Thinkorswim, because I've been with TD Ameritrade now for 8 years, and it's comfortable, right? I've done all my charting here, and it's just comfortable for me. I'm familiar with it. I like, the active trader. I like everything. I trade on it. It's my platform. It is what it is, right? TradingView is also great. There's a bunch of other different platforms that are good to chart on. For me personally, I just like Thinkorswim. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right click on the moving average. I'm going to scroll down to edit study, simple moving average 20. All I'm going to do is bring this up here, and where this says show breakout signals, I want this flipped on. And when it's flipped on, it should say yes. Click save or click OK. And that's it, guys. All it's going to do is just give you an arrow every time it closes below, and it's going to give you a green arrow when it closes above. Now, this is not an indicator that's just going to tell you, hey, as soon as you see the arrow, you need to short. As soon as you see the arrow green, you need to buy. You still have to understand price action and use your common sense to let some trades go and look at the trade and look at the price action and see, is this trade even worth it for me? For example, I'll show you one that we shouldn't have taken and then show you one that we should have taken. But let's just continue recapping this my trade on the 5-minute time frame. So you can see off of the bell here at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we get a very aggressive red candle that closes below the 20 SMA. Again, this is what I call my reason why candle. Okay, so for me, my approach, my strategies, I trade about 3 to 4 different strategies. Some of those I outline more in depth in Evolution Traders, but this is one of the basic ones that I use a lot. I'm a systematic trader. So what that means is I need technical things to happen in order for me to react and have a reaction. Okay, so if I'm going to execute a trade, it's because technically the chart is telling me to do something. So I need things to happen. Okay, that's what being called a systematic trader is. I'm not playing this on feel. I'm not playing fundamentals. I'm not playing, I'm reading the tape or the price action, although those things are good and they can over time give you a feel for the markets. The only other thing that I will really kind of look at while I'm in my trades is option flow. I will get to that in another video. Options flow will save your what and will make you a ton of money if you know what to look for on the live option scanner. Again, so what we are looking at here, the reason why candle is the candle that closes below or above the 20 SMA. So in this particular case, we close below the 20 SMA. Now, the second thing that needs to happen is we need to put in a low, whether it's the candle low or the wick low. This now becomes our what's called pivot, okay? So the pivot is an area where I'm looking for the price action to do something so I can do something. What does that mean? I need confirmation, and that's going to require the next 5-minute candle to confirm the pivot. In this particular case, we're going short, so I need it to confirm the pivot to the short side, and now I can throw my money into that candle and take this trade for a short. So you can see this next candle confirms the low of our reason why candles pivot. Now it is systems go. We throw our money into the confirmation candle. So again, just to recap, one 5-minute candle, okay, so the candle that we're looking at, our reason why candle, is the first reason why candle. This whole candle is a 5-minute candle. Again, this is not a 1-minute candle. This is not a 2-minute candle. I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. So each individual candlestick is going to be 5 minutes. So the reason why candle has to close, and then I'm looking for the next, okay, again, I'm looking for the next 5-minute candle, preferably, okay, preferably, I want it to be the next one, okay? So the next one needs to confirm my pivot. The pivot is just the low, whether it's the bottom of the candle, or if it's flat, or if there's a wick, I'm going to include that wick. I need my confirmation candle to confirm my reason why candles pivot low. Makes sense? Reason why candle, pivot at the low, next candle confirms the reason why candles pivot low. Now we are in this trade, and look at what the trade does after. Goes all the way to 255. I had 1,000 contracts. I made $10 million. End of story. Is what every trader would like to hear. However, let me be the first to tell you, you will probably never catch the entirety of the move. Okay, so for me, because I trade Tesla and Nvidia and I trade these stocks so often, what I'm realistically looking for on something like Tesla is $1.50 or $2. If I can make $1.50 or $2 down in the stock price, so what does that mean, guys? So let me just kind of slow this down again so I'm not losing anyone. If my entry is going to be somewhere around 264, if price drops, okay, you can see on the first 5-minute candle drops to 262.48. Technically, that's around $1.50, right? For me, I'm going to be scaling at $1, $1.50. By $2, normally I'm out. I, full disclosure, play 10 contracts on Tesla. I've been playing 10 contracts on Tesla for quite some time now. I should probably increase my size. But again, it's comfortable. What's comfortable for me may not be comfortable for you. So again, trade your size, what's comfortable for you. But for me, in my size, getting that $1.25, $1.50 move in my favor within 5 minutes, guys, is all sometimes I need, okay? So automatically, as I get $1, $1.50, I'm going to start scaling out of these contracts. So like I said, if I'm trading 10 contracts, I'm going to sell 5, and then I'll sell another one. I'll get down to like 2 or 3 running contracts, and if I'm able to get $2, $2.50, 9 times out of 10, I'm out, right? So for me personally, I was only in this trade for about 27 minutes, almost 30 minutes. So if we just kind of play that out here, if I'm entering here at 6:35 a.m. and we just kind of go 30 minutes later, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Can anyone kind of see like why I wanted to sell here, right? I wanted to sell into this candle. Because you can see here, we get our confirmation, we get our entry, and then we kind of pitter patter around. It kind of chops up a little bit. It kind of starts to reach back up and then kind of comes down a little bit more and then comes back up. And then this candle's aggressive. So I sold there. Okay. So let's kind of look at this trade here and see where I sold, right? So if I sold here, okay, if I sold on this candle, look how much money I lost. So from the price where I was getting out of this trade was around 260, actually was probably closer to 261 because I can remember it very, very clearly. I didn't get 4 points off this. I got maybe $1.80, $2 on my initial size, and then I kind of held those runners and I almost took $2.50. It was somewhere around there, to be completely honest. But if you look at this move, right? From a move of 264 down to 255, if we can't capture 1, 2, 3 points on a 10 point gap, we're doing something wrong. This strategy will definitely allow you to capture a lot of points on stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, even Apple or Amazon or Meta. It can work with any stock, any asset. It doesn't really matter. I got a lot of traders using this right now, trading futures, doing phenomenal. But again, the reason why we weren't going to take this long setup, even though there was money to be made here, is because we were trading below the 200. So for me, okay, if the initial day's trend is down, okay, and then we start to bounce and we get a setup long, typically I don't take those setups just due to the fact that we're trading below the 200. Now, if we were trading over the 200, I would probably take the trade long. But again, when we're trading below that, I don't really like to kind of play those reversed trend kind of trades. I like to kind of stay with the day's trend. So what I will do is I will let this bounce, and honestly was a hell of a bounce all the way from 255 up to 268. Again, in Evolution Traders Discord, I've got a way to catch this one here. Okay. That's for another video. Actually, it's for my traders that are trading with me inside. But this here, this box, I teach how to catch this green bar here. So essentially we would have been in that bounce play. But speaking from the 20 SMA play strategy, which is this trade that I took here and this setup here, I'm going to ignore the long, okay? And the reason why I'm going to ignore the long on the 20 SMA play is because we are under the 200. So what I would then look for is what, guys? I'm looking for the next setup on the day's trend. And if the day's trend started off down and we have a little bit of a dead cat bounce and never take out the high of day, I will be looking for the second setup here. And if you look at that price and see what we got here, that price was around 264, and that was a time of around 10:55 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We go from a price of 264, losing the 20 as well as the 200, and then dropping all the way down before close to a price of 259. So this was, again, another 3 to 4 points that you could have captured at the end of the day. Guys, I hope this 5-minute strategy helps you guys trade options. If you really want to get serious and understand the mindset in the whole complexity of the system, join Evolution Traders, become a lifetime member, guys. Invest in yourselves. The sooner you start investing in yourselves and getting around people that can help you on a day in and day out basis, whether you need to ask questions, whether you need to live trade, whether you need to recap, or whether you just need the camaraderie of a trading room, definitely invest in the education in yourself, because that is what is key. As soon as we can start understanding what's going on up here, we can start to understand what's going on in front of our faces. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you guys all at the end of, or actually in the next video, or those of you guys, I'll see you guys in Discord later.